I followed all the tips that I will be discussing as part of this video and negotiated for a 400K offer. Would you like to know all of these tips? Let's learn. And also be sure to watch this video till the end to know my own negotiation story. If you are looking for a detailed study guide on how to crack software engineering interviews and excel in them, please watch my previous video. As part of this video, I assume that you have already cleared all the interviews and high likely to receive an offer. These tips and tricks could be applied to almost all the roles and not just for software engineers. Recruiters usually ask for your desired compensation before even you start interviewing, and they might try to lowball you with the new offer. In this situation, do not tell recruiters about your desired compensation and give away your figures, whatever it might be. Instead, you can tell recruiters that you haven't given enough thought about it and you still need some time to think of it. Also, ask recruiters about the salary range for this particular role. By this way, you can keep your desired compensation private and you can learn about the new role's compensation. There might be a situation where recruiters might tell you to accept the offer as soon as you get it. However, do not accept the offer as soon as you receive it. Instead, take your time and do thorough research. I generally use these 4 websites to do my research and get to know about the current market compensation values. Now, once you're done with your research, you can compare and contrast between what recruiter provided you with the low and the high bar versus what is a market value. Now, you might be put into 2 different situations. First, if you outperformed all the interviews and have another offer in hand, then I suggest noting down the higher bracket value, from these 4 websites, and then you negotiate with your recruiter further up from the higher bracket value. Second one is, if you don't have any other offer in hand, then get to know your man. That's nothing but minimum acceptable number. Now, once you know this number, then add 10 to 15% of that and then try to negotiate further up. When I asked my friends why they hadn't negotiated salaries for their new job after all the hard work that they did to crack the interviews, they told me these reasons. Some of them said they are afraid to negotiate, thinking that employers might resign the offers if they start negotiating. Some others said employers might think that the candidate is money-minded if they negotiate. In contrast, with all the recruiters that I have worked with, I haven't heard a single case where employers resigned the offer if a candidate tried to negotiate. And employers will have a lot of respect if candidate is trying to negotiate, because it shows some interest that candidate is trying to negotiate well so that he's interested in the company to join if everything goes well. And for all the folks who requires a sponsorship, please be very open with your recruiter, telling about your H-1B status extensions, about the OPT extension, and about the green card filings. Candidates might think that recruiters might select someone else if you negotiate more. However, in the background, employers must have spent weeks or even months in finding a right candidate like you. They will not be interested in starting their process from the scratch if you reject the offer. They might have one backup and that's it. It's equally important for the recruiters to make you happy with the offer that they extend. So if you accept an offer, it's like a win-win situation for both of you. When I say negotiate everything, it's absolutely everything. Job title, base, stocks, annual bonus, joining bonus, relocation allowance, transportation allowance, work from home stipend. You can negotiate everything. Now, if recruiters told that they can absolutely not do anything with respect to base, then try negotiating with the stocks or the bonus or in some other areas. Now, if you're unhappy with the new offer, ready to walk away. Always be polite and thankful and respectful for extending the new offer, and also when you're trying to negotiate with the recruiter. Even if you have multiple offers in hand, don't try to demand. Instead, you can work with the recruiter politely, which will make things smoother for both of you. The most important skill to land in a high figure salary is know your potential. Before negotiating, note down the things what you are really good at and what are the values that you can bring to the table, and always back them up with the data. Make sure that recruiter knows that you are very passionate about working for this company due to X, Y, Z reasons. Here is my story. At first, I got offered 325K, which is less than my anticipated or the desired compensation that I was looking for. And here is how I negotiated with the recruiter. First of all, I made sure the recruiter knows that I'm very happy in receiving this offer. And then I asked recruiter if there is any room for negotiation. At this point, I didn't even reveal my other job offers, as I don't want to be seen as like a threat. Then the recruiter responded that, this is the best offer that, they can do. And there is absolutely no room to negotiate. At this point, I revealed the other job offer that I got, but I made sure the recruiter knows that I am really wanted to work for this particular company. The recruiter then asked about, the compensation figure for the other offer, and I revealed it to him. Throughout the interview process, I made sure, the recruiter, hiring manager, and also my interviewers, I was very passionate about this particular job. A day later, the recruiter came back with a 375K offer, which is still less than my other offer. I said, thank you so much for the new offer, but I hoped to reach 400K figure. I also explained that I wanted to stay in this company for a very long time, and I don't want to look back salary decision later and regret myself. And recruiter said that he absolutely can't go anything further up. So I suggested recruiter to set up a call with a hiring manager if that helps to negotiate. And he was very happy to set up one. During this call with the hiring manager and the recruiter, I showed how much excited I am about, my new job and also the responsibilities that I will be taking as part of this job. I also told what are the values that I could bring to the table based on my previous experience and the projects. I also explained about my previous projects, like what are the steps of some of the architectural changes that I took, which actually generated X amount of dollars in revenue. Also spoke about the various initiatives that I took as part of my different projects to distinguish myself. So apart from the previous projects discussion that I had, I also did my homework about the current company, and I noted down the list of the things where we can improve for better customer experience. I also had a discussion about how a competitor to this particular company is doing currently and versus what is the current state of this company for some of the features. And I also explained about some of the ideas where it could beat the competitors' offerings. After all this discussion, hiring manager was super happy about it, and he said he will get back to me. And then a day after, recruiter sent me an offer letter of 400K, and I was super happy to accept that. So these are all the tips that help me to negotiate offers. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my next one.